Welcome to the Land Your Bet Sports Betting Live show. Looking at Game 7, y'all. Been a fun NBA season. Really appreciate everybody who has been joining. Live shows kind of, took a little pause. Fatherhood happened. But we are back for this last one for at least for the NBA for the year, right? And then got the WNBA. So I'm going to be doing more lives for the W as we get into a groove. But we got plenty to look at. I'm just kind of getting right into it here with Props Madness. I know people are crawling in. Happy Sunday to everybody. Hope you guys all did pretty well in the last game here, Game 6. A lot of stuff that I thought we predicted pretty well in that one. Won a couple of units. Ended up not getting Chet to be the leading rebounder. Put that up after the show last time. But still up in the playoffs nicely. Got everything scrolling on the bottom line. As always, going to be using Props Madness. Also have all the links to everything that we're going to be looking at in the show. That's all going to be in the description of the video. So if you have questions about any of the tools that we're using, definitely let me know what you got. Get in here with your bets in the comments. We already got mad people in here, so I should already just be looking at what you got. Reef stays on it. Appreciate you, my G. Good to have you here, man. You got the J-Dub stuff right here, looking at Jaylen Williams. So I'm going to star that. Kind of go through some of these comments as people jump in and get into what you guys want to look at. Juan likes Thunder by 20. You know what? I'm inclined to agree with you, Juan. I don't think that this is – I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout, but I think the Thunder are going to win. Let me put it that way. And, I mean, that's not breaking news here. I don't think I'm saying anything that a lot of people don't already think. But yeah, I do like them to win on the at home here. There's a big difference real quick as people are coming in. I'll just kind of show you the difference for both squads. This is the Thunder in the playoffs in general. Look at that offensive rating when they get back home. And that's not good for the Pacers, who in this series, when they've been playing away, look at that defensive rating, 118.1. And they're going up against this Thunder squad who has been playing insanely well on offense at home. A lot of the guys like Dort, other folk, right? They do a lot better at home, the role players for the Thunder. And that's why, once again, before we get out of here with the back to the Props Madness, this is not something that I think we take lightly. I think this is an important number here, just how much better they are at home. And this is just natural human stuff here. This is going how we expect it to go, which is like the team that needed to have it in the last game in terms of the Pacers, they came with it, and the Thunder couldn't match it. And now, I mean, they were horrible from three, but it was just also a lack of aggression, a lot of forced shots from SGA, closing out a game on the road, Game 6 like that. I mean, MJ did it all the time, but that's what part of MJ's lore. That's not going to be everybody. So that's tough to do, but you come back home at Game 7, you would think that this team is in line to handle business, and I think they will. And I think the players that play better at home are going to do that in this one. So I agree that they're going to win this game, and I'd be taking them by 6.5, 7. The way that is that what the spread still is? Let me see real quick. Make sure I'm not lying to y'all. What is the spread here? Yeah, all right, we're at 7. And some people, rightly probably so, bet the Pacers plus 9. They haven't covered 9 on the road except for the game they won, and they lost by 11. There was a good chance for them to have covered this in the last game in the 9.5, but in the total, honestly, it's Game 7, y'all. I'm just haven't been to Game 7s. Look at this 215 total. So that tells you right there that the books and everybody who's betting on this expects, and the books came out with this at 214.5. So the market expects that this game is going to be a lot tighter, and that the shots are not going to be falling the same way that they were. So Thunder by 20 is going to be tough. I'm not going to book that one, but I will say I do like the Thunder to win. It's just 7 points. It's probably accurate spread. I'm not going to have a bet on that either way. If you wanted to put any kind of money line plays in there for the Thunder on the money line, you're getting minus 250. That's not going to help much. Maybe if you do some overs for some Pacers, but you put the money line in there as a parlay with the for the Thunder, that might be a way to do it. But look at it. I love a good look like this. Cason Wallace under 1.5 assists. I don't want to miss out. Look at the potential. It's hard to get 2 with 1 or 0 potentials. This is true. Let me get right into that. I love a good random ass player who doesn't get very many touches to go under assist play like this one. Classic. So minus 164. I mean, look, I would play this minus 150. I'm playing stuff minus 150 today. I'm looking for W's. I'm looking for, if it's $65 back on your $100 bet, fine, whatever. I'm going to be playing that kind of stuff today to get the W's in and get a little bit of extra coin here for the WNBA, a little baseball, but Cason on the dime. So let's just look at this series in the playoffs in general. Get over to playoffs. So he had 2 in one game, and he had 2 potential assists. So, yeah, I mean, when he was starting in this game did he start last game? I already forgot. Let me at least pull up last game's box score real quick. Get into it. Also, KD. I don't care. Can I be honest with you? I don't care where Kevin Durant plays right now. He's not the same dude. But anyway, and I'm happy to take your comments. I'll shut up and listen. The minutes here for Cason last game, who did not start. They still started iHeart last game. All right, my bad. So Cason only ended up in 14 minutes. And granted, this is going to be at home, a little bit different, but 17 and 14 in the last 2 games. Wow, I like this look a lot. Let me put that on the bottom line. Appreciate that, JT. Let me put that in here. I'm going to do a better job of getting the bets up on the bottom line that we talk about here. So Cason Wallace is a great look. Thank you for making sure we don't miss out. Minus 150. Bet 365. I love a good under assist for somebody who never touches the ball anyway. And when he does touch the ball, it's because he's pulling a spot up, right, off of a SGA assist probably. So, yeah, I love that look. The minutes might go up a bit for him, but we're still going to see iHeart out there. He looks a lot more comfortable than Cason Wallace. And with Alex Caruso playing more and playing high 20s, less of a need for Cason. Plus, Dort at home is better, more minutes for Dort. So I love the look here for under 1.5 for Cason Wallace. I'm going to bet that. Can I get my minus 150 on this? Minus 154 too. Yeah, I'm going to bet that real quick. That's a really great look. I love that. Good look from JT. I'm going to keep going, but let me text my boy real quick. This is what we do. This is what we do on the show. I appreciate you helping out for sure. All right. Yeah, gonna be a lot of misses too, but in this game for sure. Yeah, all right, we got that down. All right, put this in the VIP real quick. For those of y'all tailing the Aaliyah Boston bet today, she came through on the boards. I don't know, I didn't add the points in this one, but god damn, she made us sweat for that unnecessarily. All right, case on. Under one. And this is one too where it's like, all right, if you take it under 1.5 assists for him and you money line parlay that with the money line for OKC, good negative correlation, maybe you get a little bit better juice depending on where you're playing that at. All right, get this up. That's what she said. Come on, man. All right. All right. Moving on. Love that look here. It has come from like October 24th. What's up, Brian? Happy Sunday, bro. Let's go in D. We got SGA 30 plus points boosted. Yeah, I mean, just careful with points. So he's at what, 32.5 now? Just careful today with that. Look at that 215.5 total that we talked about, right? That's crazy. I think it shows it right. Yeah. 215.5 is what most books have this at. So taking too many overs all over the place on points, going to be a bit risky. A lot of good rebound props today, probably for misses, guys missing, getting tight, right? And not hitting the same way they might normally. SGA would not be somebody I'd be fading though. So yeah, if you want to take the 30 points and you get it boosted, that's smart. I like the way that you play that there. What's up, Detroit? Yes, happy Sunday in Game 7. Running through the comments. Let me see if we got so Chance likes the Pacers money line. Yeah, like that look for sure. Yeah. Which one are you talking about, Sebastian? Let me know what you got if you're talking about one of the bets you were gonna put down. Michael McIntosh, always good to have you. Yeah, I got the first quarter stuff for J-Dub. So anybody who's playing Jaylen Williams, I went back to it. Look, it's a little sketchy. Ooh, wow. Oh, this is full game rebounds. 1.5. Yeah, it's a little sketchy to me that it's plus 140 after he's been hitting it so much. And that's like, well, I think that's in part because he played 8 minutes in the last first quarter. I'm just going to project him back up to 10. I'm going to project him and SGA just like they're going all out, right? They're playing high 30s and low 40s, most likely, at least for SGA and J-Dub, I would imagine low 40s. So that would include 10 minutes in the first quarter, probably for both of them. That'd be my guess. You got to come out strong. You can't afford to give up a lead, and you could really afford a nice lead after the first quarter. So we'll see who comes out tight. I bet both teams do. It might be good to bet it under in the first quarter, whatever you can get that at. Just that might be coming out tight. So I love the rebounds in the first quarter for J-Dub. And then I still took the 5.5 plus money on the first quarter points too. I mean, at the end of the day, if he's playing that amount of time, then I'm going to take it. I was talking about this earlier, like the last couple of games before that, he playing double-digit minutes in the first quarter. And so the projections are still a little bit low for him on the first quarter stuff because they're still looking at his normal minutes of like 7 minutes per first quarter in the regular season, probably using too many of those minutes as his averages. And so we're still getting value on first quarter stuff for J-Dub. If you think he's going to play 10 minutes, and he only played 8 last game, but again, game 7, I think they're going balls to the wall. So I love the first quarter stuff for J-Dub. Hallie under on the PA. Haven't gotten there yet. I haven't put that down yet is what I mean to say. So for Haliburton on the points and assists combined, looking at 22.5 now. So he played just 23 minutes in this last game, but they didn't need him to play much more than that. So that's why it's been difficult for me to find a cap for Haliburton for this game. It's mostly because is he capable of playing 30 plus minutes? Like I would put his ceiling at 30 minutes, unless he somehow got way healthier in the last 3 days with that right strain on his right leg strain, which apparently would take normally like a couple of weeks to heal, and he's just out there playing. I would be going under. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know exactly how to cap his performance, but I would definitely be going under on the road in a game 7 against this defense at home the way it's been. So yeah, I like the under for 22.5 PA for Haliburton. Let me get the J-Dub first quarter stuff in on the bottom line here. So Jay Williams over 5.5 Q1 points and over 1.5 Q1 reb. The Q1 rebound is not available everywhere. I totally get that. It's like 3 books that it's available on, but hopefully you can find it. For Haliburton, yeah, like I'm with you on it. I'm just not necessarily going to be playing that one today. Yeah, Caruso under. That was a good look. Who brought that? And then Chet being a statue always, for sure. It has, Justin, been a journey for sure, but we're gonna make it out alive and hopefully still up about 40 something units on the season and postseason. So 2.5 threes for Hallie. That's probably a good look. How many threes did he shoot last game? He made 3. He took 7 in 23 minutes. On the road, has it mattered much for him? 2.5. Head to head here on the road, he hit 3 in game 2, right? Yeah, game 2. Which hit 3 in game 2, 2 in game. So if he's playing 30 minutes and he's good for at least 7 or 8 attempts, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think minus 170 is worth it at that point. I think at any rate, if you're gonna take threes, like he could still get the over and not get his PA as we've seen. What's the assist at? 6.5? Yeah, juice to the over big time. Potentials last game were at 10 potentials. Yeah, that's why I said my cap for Hallie is like I'd be going under, but I'm staying away because I think there's still the possibility that he's going to have high usage and just sort of surprise us and do his thing, play his minutes. TJ, I stayed away from as well in this game. Just looking at Mr. McConnell real quick. Let's get to him. And I know I have some saved ones, so let me just jump to those in a sec too. McConnell 9.5. I'm not going to be fading him. He's a stay away from me on the road. He has been better at home. I know one of these big performances was at OKC right here, right? In that game 5 loss, he still played 22 minutes. A little bit less Haliburton in that game. He played 34, but Haliburton he came out, so he was hurt a little bit. TJ for me is just a stay away today. Everything's high for where it should be, to be fair. If we look at the playoffs for him, he's at 9.2 points per game. And if you look at him away, a little bit worse. I don't know if you want to make that part of the cap anymore. He's just a dude who's a gamer. So like he's going to be out there. That's a big part of this. But like as far as the dimes go too, yeah, the dimes are the thing that I stay away from. So I like the way you're asking this about points only, because I agree. Like he took in this last game with the 18 points, he took 14 shots prior to that, 7 shots. Oh, that's not. Oh, this is still the away stuff. My bad. So last game was 12 shots and 14 shots before that. Yeah. So last couple of games, he's taking a ton of shots. I still think the points have value to the over. I do. I agree with that, but it's just not worth it for me in a game that with that total going down, with, like I said, things getting tight. He might be a dude that still gets the minutes and gets some hoops in, but there's better ways to spend my money in this game. I think either way, for TJ, I would leave the assists out of it at this point, I guess is a better way to say for TJ. And I do think the points there. The first quarter 3+ points. You mean like +3, right? For the Thunder in the first quarter. I think let me look at first quarter on a book real quick. Just pull up DraftKings and get to the points first quarter. I mean, all right, never mind. Let me just get into the game. Let's get to first quarter. Quarters +3.5, 52.5 in the first quarter. in this series. Is it all 52.5? Third is 56, and then the fourth is 50. This is where I probably go under right now. Under on the fourth quarter in game 7. Everybody's going to be bricking. Everybody just wants the clock. Who's ever winning just wants the game to end immediately. That can be pretty distracting on offense. I mean, these teams push the pace. You can talk about free throws coming into play, but everything gets tighter. 52.5. I'll be looking at the under there, and I'll be looking at the under everywhere, man. First quarter, I could, we'll see if a couple guys get hot and it gets contagious. The first quarter could still go over, but the fourth quarter at 52.5, I think that's already a good look at the under. And when I'm looking at unders, I don't always prefer to take the dog, right? Or the favorite with their the -3.5 now in the first quarter. When I don't think there's gonna be as many points, it's a little bit smaller margin for error for the favorite to win the bet out. So now we have J-Dub. Is he at where's he? Is he at 9.5? Because he's been a crazy consistent under 10.5 RA. Now we have him at 9.5. That's beatable. But look how many times he's hit 10 in this series. 4 of the 6 games played, he's had 10 RA exactly. And his RA has been at 10.5. And now we're getting a nice price here because yesterday's price, not today's price. It's because he played 27 minutes. The Pacers didn't miss. And so he had 4 potentials, 5 rebound chances. The rebounds are what I like more than anything. They're 5.5. So the assists 4.5 too, yeah. But so that would be 6 plus 5 would be 11. But we're getting this at 9.5. So you put them together, you get a little bit of a deal there. I think that's a good look. I'm gonna put that on the bottom line for a minute because I do like this at the over now, which is crazy that one prop lower and it goes from like a clear over to me from a consistent under. So Jay Williams put another bet in here for him over 9.5 RA, and part of the like for that is is capping a lot of misses, which means capping and projecting a lot of rebounds. So I like the rebounds, especially the assists. I don't mind. I guess is where are the assists at in this series head to head in the playoffs. 3.7 boards are closer to 5.2, but the RA as a whole, like I said, we get a little bit of a bump because if you play them individually, he needs 5 assists, 6 rebounds. That should be 11, but he can just get 10 combined. So I like that look right there for J-Dub. 9.5 RA over. Appreciate that look as well. Where we at from Jolene's comment? Keep going down. The one I missed. Yeah. Okay. And so Reef was bringing up the J-Dub PR, and I do get that as well because I think he and SGA are just gonna have super high usage, right? In this series, he's at about 24.2 now because he had the 40 piece too. But the key is like also in this game right here, game 2, at the end of this game is where he started to turn it on. Last game, so not aggressive, taking so many jump shots. 4 of his 13 shots from 3. He wasn't really even taking that many threes, right? He took 5 in the prior game, 3 the prior game, 2 the prior. So when his threes are going down, his free throws are going up, his points go up. He's not yet that good of an on-ball 3-point shooter from the pull-up. So I would be, if I'm him, aggressive and going to the bucket, which I think he'll do a lot more at home in this game. So yeah, I still think you get value on his points. And if you want to put the points and rebounds together, I do like the rebounds involved in bets for him. So let me see real quick. Yeah, I would not be betting unders. I'll put it that way real quick. Let's take a look at Alex. Keep me posted on this. If anybody gets the official news and I'm not paying attention to the starting lineups, let me just go to Twitter real quick. But if anybody gets the news of starting lineups coming out, which they might well be, no. Ooh, who took a under? Whoa, wait, did she get her over? No, please tell me no, real quick. Did Asia go over her PRA because all of a sudden she just put it on? There's no way. They did win though, nice win, but no. 7-9. 33. Whew. 24 though. Sheesh, Asia, chill. Got real close to the 37.5, but we still get that under. All right, keep going. But yeah, if you get the SL for anything, if you get the starting lineup. Oh, Sabrina's ruled out. Damn, that sucks. I took under for Natasha Cloud. Fuck me. Come on now. Just getting dicked over here. If you're in the VIP and you can't get out of here, Natasha Cloud bet because it's only gone up. All right, let's keep rolling. Let me know about the Wallace starting though. Fuck, that sucks. That game starts in a couple hours. All right, I'll get back into the W later. Caruso. So it's still just kind of high. He's going to play more. He probably played 22 minutes, but we should expect him to play high 20s, low 30s again, like he was, right? He's got 29, 30, 32, 27, 28. So that's how many minutes he was playing before this poo-poo game right here, where he just didn't play much when they were down a bunch. So playoffs, let's do this minutes wise for a sec. Let's go to minutes filter. And so this is in the playoffs when he's played 27 or more minutes. He's at 11.4 points. It's like the shots just don't go up that much. That's the thing, is like the usage doesn't get that much better. Field goal attempts. So 2 more, I guess, than he took in the regular season. But either way, like it's 8 shots to get 10 points. Needs to probably hit a 3 at least. But 2 of them is going to be plus money. Obviously, they're going to give you this every time for him, plus money for this. Not taking very many. When he's hit 2, it's like 2 for 2. 4 for 8 was nice, but 1 for 4, and then 2 for 5, 2 for 5, 2 for 5. Yeah, if he's taking 5, then it's probably a good look. But everything's still kind of high. If you look at him in the playoffs, 3 rebounds per game still with these amount of minutes, right? With at least 27 minutes, 2 assists. Nothing really goes up, even with these minutes being a little bit higher. If anything, you just take the points or the threes because you get such good plus money. But yeah, if you want to play the spot, cool. It's just like if you play the number here of 9.5, it's not like it's that big of an edge here for Caruso. It's just I would only take points. So hopefully in all that you understand that Caruso doesn't have increased volume enough to make me go, yeah, he's shooting so much, let me take over. But the points is the only way I would go. And clearly the assists and rebounds don't necessarily go up. And I've been talking about that with him since last live show, where it's like, yes, he has. Let's look at the assists, for example. The way that he's involved in the offense is either he's shooting at the end of the play or he's a connector keeping the ball moving. But he's not in a position to get assists. If you look at his assists, for example, 2 potentials last game on 45 passes made. So I think he's still probably leading the Thunder in passes made in this series. And yet he's only at about 2 potential assists per game in this series. So that tells you his passes are not setting guys up to shoot. He's a connector to get to the next guy, or he's at the end of the possession, the end of the sort of series of the ball moving around the horn, what have you. Then he's going to be the guy taking the spot up shot because they're more likely to leave him open. Anyway, that's all. That's why I'm just like, I'm not really in on betting on Caruso overs in this game. But if I was, it would just be points at that point. So let's see. Yeah, right. That's kind of what point I'm making. So I do want to talk about some turnovers, by the way. And if y'all could, I know I need to remind you sometimes, but just give the video a like, helps other people find it, more people getting in and being able to see this, even if it's later, right? Like after we post it. But all right. But either way, the turnovers are what I wanted to look at. And somebody just brought up turnovers. So let's see. No, you were talking about Turner. I thought you said turnover. Holmgren and Turner over a half assist. I've been betting under on the Chet assist, so don't like that quite as much. But I do like Dort on the threes. And what's Nemhard's 3 at? Because that could be a look. Nemby on the tray. I can see that. I don't know how aggressive he's going to be in a game 7. Once again, like I'm not screaming to find these overs of much of a kind in this series head to head in the playoffs. Half the games. So look, I mean, just if you're playing just odds in general, you could get there with it. He's so sporadic in when he's going to shoot, when he's not. He's just as likely to take 2 threes, right? Much more likely than he is even to make a couple. Like he's averaging on the 3-point attempts in this series 3.8. So he's got to make 50% of them. He's not a 50% shooter. Yeah, so I'm not quite as there with that for him. But I get it. The Lou Dort thing for sure at home. We already know what it is with Lou when he's at home versus away. Where you at, Lugens? I think I really want to get in on the points too. Still at 7.5, or just take 10 plus for like almost 2-1 for him. For Lou, if we look at him playoffs at home, 9.8 points per game, has hit 10 plus in like half the games. Here's the 10 plus in half the games, and you probably get like almost 2-1 for him to get 10 plus. Or obviously if you wanted to play even safer than that, you probably get plus whatever for the threes. I took minus 150. Like I said, I'm looking for W's. So I took the minus 150 for 2 threes for Dort, just to finish the point here from Thomason. But the last thing you were talking about here, I think you mean Nesmith, right? You got a lot of looks, which is fine. Let's go through them. So Nesmith I did take as well. Where you at? And I'll put the Dort bet here on the bottom line too. So for anybody coming in, make sure you do check out what we talked about already. That I felt confident in. Lou Dort over 1.5 threes is minus 150. But yeah, I took that. And look, if you take him for 3+, I get it. How many times has Lou done that in the playoffs at home? 3+ in half the games. So it's kind of the same thing. Like I said, 10+ points or 3+ threes, both pretty good value for Lou to do something he's done half the time he's played at home in the playoffs. But the 1.5 has hit even more than that. 1.5, we're looking at a 75% hit rate, consistently hitting 2. So I'm fine with taking some juice here. If you can get it at like minus 170 or better, I guess I wouldn't be taking this on DK or FanDuel, which sucks because those are the two biggest. But if you can get to pretty much any other book, I think 2 threes for Lou in this game is on the amount of attempts he's going to have, how many he's been hitting at home. 2 for 6 seems like a solid projection for Dort at home in the offs. All right, keeping it going with what we got. Let's hide that. There was one more though that you did have that I wanted to talk about. Might as well get into to Obi, right? Let me get into Obi in a second because you also brought up our boy Siakam. Oh, time to sprinkle on OT. What a look from our boy Matthew Steven. What is that? Did you put the odds in the comments? Let me know what the odds are if you're still here, Matthew, because I don't want to go looking for it right now. I wanted to keep going, but I love that for the OT bet. I love that. Siakam, Pascal. It's kind of a similar cap for last game. If I'm going to be honest, I should stop saying if I'm be honest. I should just be honest the whole time. For Pascal, like it's back to the numbers. Like these numbers are high. I don't love the spot in a game where the total is dropping like 10 from what it's been, right? A total of 215.5 in the series is stupid low, which is what it's at. It's been 220, as high as 232. It's been as low as like 223, but not 215 on the total here. And that's probably still closer to an under for me than an over. So I'm not in a rush, like I said, to bet over on too many people's points. Rebounds are great. Even assists, not really looking for it. So Pascal, again, last game, what I said I liked the most for him was the rebounds. He wasn't doing that great at half. Then he had like 9, I think, in the second half of last game on the boards. A lot of missed shots for the Thunder. What they shoot last game was something doo-doo. In this game, they shot 26% from 3, 42% from the field. That's doo-doo. So that's going to lead to a lot of rebound chances, right? That's how that works. You miss a shot so that you can get a rebound. So that adds up. That like they didn't score in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter for the Thunder. So all the boards just came for Pascal in a 5-minute span in the third quarter. So just be cautious again. But the rebounds are still the best way to do this. The dimes, like, still pretty good. If Hartenstein is playing more and Cason Wallace is not playing as much, that means that Hartenstein is guarding Pascal, and that means that he's better for assists. So there's a pattern here, right, for Pascal. Let me pull him back up. So Pascal, playoffs head-to-head. So this is in the finals right here. It's assists and threes that have the pattern. So game 1, Cason starts. Game 2, Cason starts but plays fewer minutes, right? He plays like 24 minutes in this game. So the pattern here is when Cason Wallace is playing full minutes, then Pascal's main defender is Jaylen Williams. That's not good for him to get assists. That's not good for him to get threes because Jaylen Williams can guard him out on the perimeter. If Cason's not playing as much and Hartenstein is playing more, which happened in this game right here, right? These last 2 games, it's been Hartenstein starting. And even in a game where everybody's doing well, 6 potential assists, I'm good with that at plus 130 for him to get 4 assists out of the 6 potentials. If you're just doing that, the odds there. So the assists, the threes, even now he only went 1 for 3, but again, there's plenty of other people scoring in this last game. Plenty of other people getting more minutes. He played 32. You want him to play like 36 for an over, but I think assists and threes, if Hartenstein's getting more minutes and starting, which I am projecting that a bit more than Cason Wallace. Partly why I love the Cason Wallace under on the assist bet that JT brought at the top of the show, which I appreciate, which is scrolling on the bottom line, by the way. It's right there, actually, Cason Wallace. Oh, I didn't write under assist. I just wrote Cason Wallace. That's not helpful. Let me update that. Cason Wallace, under 1.5 assists. All right, now it says Cason Wallace, correct bet. Okay, that's my point. The points too, like, it's tough. He's averaging 19.8 in this series. In the playoffs as a whole, he's at 20.7. That's right on the number. Again, don't love that many points in this game. So probably go back to the rebounds if I had anything. But again, I think the best value is like putting a few less units on assists and threes for the plus money that you get for those things. Points as a whole, if you're talking about 12 and a half field goal attempts, that's good. I hope you're getting pretty good, or not. Like, you shouldn't be getting very good money for that, because he's going to be at that. What's his field goal attempts in the playoffs? Advanced filters. Let's get over to field goal attempts right there. Just past it. Field goal attempts in the playoffs, he's at 14.9. Yeah. In this series, he's at 14. I would think he's good for 13 shots in this game. I guess if they foul him a ton, but probably not. Like, this is game 7. You let him play in this game. Yeah, I'd be scared of those free throw attempt bets a little bit more, I think, in this one, for the record. Just thinking right now. Yeah. So I'm not sure what free throws are at for Pascal, but I'd be a little bit more cautious with a tighter whistle this game, or looser whistle, let's say. What's the one where they don't call fouls? That form of whistle. So for Pascal, to summarize, I'm staying away. If I were going to play him, like everybody, I'm going to consistently tell you, I think rebounds are going to be a better look for most guys to the over. If you think there's going to be missed shots, guys getting tight, game 7 style stuff, then I think that the rebounds make a little bit more sense than the points for most people. Assists and threes, I think you get good value. It's good enough value with the likelihood that Hartenstein is playing more minutes, and less minutes for Cason, again, means less minutes of J-Dub guarding him. So, all right. Let's see. Yep, we got that. Check out the bottom line. Got all the first quarter stuff for J-Dub. Do like all that stuff. So, yeah, that could be a look. While we're on Pascal and I'm looking at it, she's done well in this series because the assists, because he's getting value on both. Yeah, so he needs 7 boards and 4 assists. So that is what this is at. But the boards, no, he needs 8 boards technically. If you're playing 7.5 boards. So I think 10.5 RA is a good look too. If you wanted to play, that's probably, I think, best summarizes what I've been babbling about with Pascal, which is like, I like the rebounds. I think the assists get the best value, and the threes do too. But if you get this 10.5 for the rebounds and assists combined, I think that's a good way to summarize what I like about his stuff tonight. Is Ben Shepherd assist still a bet? They took that away. They won't even give us Isaiah Joe props anymore. But they took away the Ben Shepherd assists. Yeah, and it's minus 215. So this was like minus 140. It was minus 105 for a while. Then it was minus 140. So I'm kind of out on at minus 215. But if y'all are at it, if it helps a parlay of some kind, like that could be a good look. Let's see. Brought up Shonuff. Love that name. Shonuff brought up still fading Hartenstein. Let's look at Hartenstein. I haven't bet on him in the last few games. But if he started last game, only played 16 minutes. Obviously, it was a little bit. He started the last 2 games, right? So he's back in the SL, which does make you pause for a minute about betting his unders so freely, like we kind of have been. So if you look at him, let's see, 0.6.5 rebs, 5. So rebounds. Sometimes we can kind of find out how many minutes the books are projecting, unknowingly maybe, but 6.5. Juiced, and in the playoffs he's at 7.5. But let's see what if we give him like 18 to 22 minutes in the playoffs. What's he at? He's at 6.3. Sounds like they're projecting him for about 20 minutes, right? If you just do it really simply and shallow, right? 18 to 22 minutes is a minute range of like 20 on average, right? The rebounds per game that he's at in the games where he's at this like 18 to 22 range, 6.3. That's about what you would say. So if you want to give people a little bit of plus money to take 7 for him, because his average is well below enough that you're like, okay, I need plus money to take the over here, right? So a 20-minute projection for Hartenstein doesn't make me want to take the overs too much, but if anything, it would be the boards, because again, boards over points in this game, boards overs versus points overs. That's what I'd be looking at. So for Hartenstein, I mean, it's hard to get much more than 20 minutes as a projection for him. Last game was 16, 21 in the game prior that he started. I think 20, 21 is the projection for him. So with that in mind, like what's his points when he plays that? I should have done that. Get the minutes to 18 to 22. 26. Come here. Dude. Fat fingers. 22 minutes. Points at 7.1. Hasn't really been doing it in this series. Yeah, he's going to end up being a stay away or just over to the boards because you believe in the 20 minutes is all he needs to get boards in a game where there's going to be extra boards. But I can't even really guarantee that for him. So, yeah, Matthew Stephen brought up OT, which could be a look. I'm with it. I kind of like it if you can get it. I think that's a good look. Honestly, like I wouldn't be looking at the threes for J-Dub. If we pull him up real quick, J-Dub, and we got to look at Chet here in a sec. Nobody brought up Chet yet. The Chetster, threes for J-Dub, 1.5, 2 to make 2 is +1. Like you can get +110. Fourth, I was just showing you like the correlation between his threes and his points. It's like less threes, more free throws, better Jaylen Williams on offense, better, more points, Jaylen Williams on offense. So, if I was him and I was the coaching staff, I'd be leaning into him to be that aggressor that he was in the three games where he just flew over his points. Again, look at these points: 1 for 2 from 3, but 7 for 11 from the free throw line. Then 11 for 11 from free throw line, 0 for 3 from 3. Then in a game where he scores 40, he only takes 5 3-point attempts. That's not very common these days to drop 40 on 5 threes. Unless you get double-digit free throws where he's at 9 for 12. So he doesn't need the threes to be good. In fact, he's kind of better when he doesn't take the threes and he goes to the free throw line. So I'm not really like, I wouldn't be looking at it. He's only done it once in this series. I wouldn't be looking at the threes. Again, he's not as good off the pull-up. He's better as a catch and shoot. You don't get catch and shoot against the Pacers, right? You get pull-up stuff. So that's why I don't like the threes for him quite as much. And honestly, I don't even like him for SGA. Where are they at for SGA? Let's just get to it. I need y'all to start bringing up SGA and Chet for me. So I'm just going to get right into it. I'll get to the Chetster after this. SGA, I'm not going to fade. Again, don't love points. Taking too many overs on points. These boards finally got down to 4.5, Hasn't really been boarding, but last couple games, that's really it. So no, I'm just distracting myself. Points for SGA, 30 plus with a boost was a look for earlier in the show that somebody brought up, which I can respect, because if you're getting 30 plus and you get it to like even money or something with the boost, that's pretty nice. And then assists, I still love the under on assists, honestly, and that's why it's juiced so much for that. The threes is what I was going to look at. Focus, Lander. So 3-point attempts in this series. 4.8, even less than he's taking in the regular season, and in the playoffs, he's at 4.6 as a whole, right? And then in this series, he's at 3.5 3-point attempts, kind of like the under. Only gone over 1.5 once, and the under has been a wagon. People have been playing this, but it's still minus 128, still really good. I thought this would be well worse than that. 3 attempts, 4 attempts, 3 attempts, 4. 3 for 6 in the first one. Other than that, nothing. So 3.5 attempts going under 2. Pretty good. Pretty good bet to go under on the threes. Is a PRA 44.5. I like an under on that too. I think that's too high. Game 7, not doing it much in this series. We were getting this at like 45, 46.5. That was wonderful. But I still think 44.5 is a better play to the under on the PRA for SGA. I'm actually going to write that down so I don't forget it too. A couple of these are still leans for me, but SGA under 44.5 PRA / under 1.53 PM. It's at least the look for right now. A lot of y'all are like, stop telling me to play under stuff. My bad. Chetster, assists. You can't even get the assists anymore other than if you want to play minus $1 million, right? Don't really want to do that. Don't even really think it's worth it to add it to anything. I still think he's good on the boards. He was boarding crazy until he went for 24 minutes in the last game. Actually was still leading the game in rebounds at the half, and then his squad didn't make a shot, and the Pacers, they sucked on offense too, but they didn't make a shot, and then he was out. That was basically it, right? I don't barely play the fourth quarter. But if you have him at normal minutes, you have a lot more misses. I do think 10 boards in this game is a good bet for Chet. Wouldn't even be, I don't even know if I'd be touching a double-double for Chet. He can't make a 3. that's why the under is so juiced for the 1.5 threes made. I wouldn't be playing that either. Not worth the sweat at minus 200 for the threes, because he's still going to get some open looks. But I gotta put down. So the best number for the rebounds for him, minus 115. What can you get him on the rebounds leader for? Is that its own category? I never remember on this stupid app. Yeah, game leaders. So what do you get the rebs for? Most rebounds. Still get plus 110 for the most rebounds on this, but there's not that many sites giving us a rebound leader. It's like this one and like 365. I don't think FanDuel has been giving us that. I don't know if they have it for this game, but FanDuel has not been giving us rebound leaders as a bet. So, but I still be taking that for him. The rebound chance has been crazy high. I don't think Pascal's going for 13 boards again. And yeah, there's nobody on his team that I think is going to threaten him if he's playing normal minutes, which for him in this series has been a lot more 30 plus than it has the 24 that he played in this last game. So for the Chet start, I promise I'll stop calling him that soon. Taking the 10 plus boards or the rebound leaders, both worth it for me. Putting that on the bottom line here. Holmgren over 9.5 rebs / reb leader. Yeah, reb leaders in the game. Hopefully that's clear to y'all. All right. And hopefully it's still clear that I want you guys to jump in with your bets. But either way, we got to make sure we get through everybody because it's the last one. What are you going to do? Just leave somebody out? Yes. To be honest, yes. But it's tight margins for him. And like I could easily see his best game being like 20 points and like 6 assists. I could also see 8 points and 5 assists or 4 assists or some shit like that. So that's why it's such a wide range of outcomes for Haliburton for me that he's a stay away in this game because of the unknown. But I do think that that 12 plus points is much more likely yes than no. It's just what do you got to get for the 12 plus? The 12 plus points is like what, minus 300, minus 280. I don't really want that for the 12 plus. I guess if you're adding it to a parlay or you get it in like prize picks or some shit like that, then I'm with it. But yeah, I'm not going to fade him either. I said under 22.5 points and assists would be the best bet if you're going to play him. But like I said, wide range of outcomes for him in this game. So it's not worth it for me to play it. When there's a wide range of outcomes like that, I usually just try to play the best possible outcome for plus money and just be like, fuck it, a small unit on 20 points and 6 assists or some stuff like that. And just take the alt higher alts and just play the best possible outcome. Because if you think he's playing a full 34, 35 minutes, then 20 points and 5 assists is 6 assists, whatever, is very reasonable for him. But like I said, if you're taking the 12 plus and putting it in the prize picks, 6 leg, whatever. All right, then like I'm with it. Power to you. Let's see what I missed. I was just looking at something else I was going to take. Who was I just looking at? All right. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the Chet bet, bet Chet board leader. That's what I'll be looking at for him. So now I'm free to pick up whatever y'all are bringing that I want to look at. Yeah. I can see this point too, where it's like, like most likely a low scoring game because it's game 7. But it also is a little bit of a different series when you talk about these two teams playing at a faster pace. But last game was what, 108-91 or something like that. Whatever, something like that. All right, let's get into some turnovers. So I was talking about turnovers earlier, and I wanted to let's run through who we think might be getting some turnovers in this game. Let's start with Nembhard, who has been bad. I stayed away from it last game because it did seem like a game that if Haliburton's going to be out there, he might not have the same level of involvement. But yeah, last game he had they don't give you turnover stats. But it looks like he had 1 turnover in this last game, right, for Nemby. So in the other games head to head in the playoffs, yeah, 2.5. The 2.5 numbers what scares me away. I guess the plus money is nice. Let's look at it for Hallie. I don't love it for Nembhard. And Siakam was he had 1 bad game with the turnovers, so I don't think we should be going to 2.5 on him. The under 1.5, not as good. Yeah, under 2.5, but you can't get under. So yeah, I'm staying away from that too. So Siakam, Nembhard were two guys I was looking at last game, and I was like, this is trappy to just be taking the turnovers on Nembhard because he did it 3 games in a row. It's like, I don't have anything for that. He's not like he's not driving to the rim very much. He's not actually giving us as many opportunities to turn the ball over. His touches have not been crazy high. They're still at like the 60s, I think, for his touches total, but not something I want to mess with. I don't think you can get touches in here still, right? It'd be sick if you could. No, so many stats though now. All right, no, can't. Whatever. And then let's bring up our boy on the turnovers because he was a wagon on these. 2.5. That's -125. Look at the turnovers for Hallie. Could see that last game, obviously only 23 minutes, so that's why. But in all the other games, he's playing 30 minutes in every game and more like closer to 40. I mean, he's probably going to try to go as many as he can. I think over 2.5 for Haliburton is still a reasonable look here on the over. Yeah, they're going to be up in his face. He was super efficient last game, but that's who I'd be going over on the turnovers. I'm just going to write it on the bottom line as a lean right here for the Hallie over on the turnovers, over 2.5 TOV. All right. Yeah. For those of y'all scrolling in, if you have missed anything, it's on the bottom line there for all the stuff we've talked about here so far in the show. But let's get to a couple more because there was somebody I was looking at for Obi. Trying to see if somebody brought up Obi, so I'm just gonna bring up Obi. Yeah, I fixed this a little while ago. I'm probably late to the chat anyway, but I did fix this a minute ago where it says Cason Wallace under assist, not just Cason Wallace assist. Let's talk about Obi for a second. Obi-Wan. I took the PR over for him. The 14.5s are gone, but I would still play 15.5 for Obi. I'm happy to add the points or the rebounds to the points. The points are definitely what help get you there. The minutes for him have been high. Last game was 23 because of garbage time. He's not playing garbage time, right? Nope, go back to Obi. So for Obi, I still like the overs for him because I still don't like the overs for Miles Turner. So that's a big part of all this is just Miles is not as much made for this series. Not really even about him being sick or anything anymore. And the fate of Miles is like it's low for him. But let's see. Last game he played 26 minutes, 25 prior to that. There's been 2 with 30, and then most of them about 26, 27. So for Miles in the playoffs, and granted, this is also a tougher matchup, but for Miles in the playoffs, let's give him 25 to 29 minutes. So what am I on right now? Points, right? Like it's still just these props are low for the amount of minutes that he will play anywhere from 25 to 29. But if even in these amount of minutes, it's like it's been bad, man. 18.8 PRA, and he's at 18.5. So this is all probably an accurate minutes projection based on these prop lines is like 27-ish minutes for Miles. And that does give Obi a few more, which is a big part of the cap. Again, not going to be fading Miles because it's so low at 12.5. He still hit this even in these games where he's playing about this minutes. And I don't think he's getting the like 30 plus in this game. So still just not worth it to me, even on the threes. Yeah, none of it. Over, under, none of it is worth it to me for Miles Turner because I think this is accurately priced. But for Obi, I do think if we're talking about him, he rarely plays this many minutes, but like let's give him just like 22 to 26 in the playoffs. I mean, even just if he plays 22 minutes in the playoffs, he's at 15 points and 5.7 boards. And the PR is at 21. And this might let's give him 22 to 26. I don't know how many times he's even done that, but still, even 22 to 26, 22 PR. Yeah. So I still think Obi's going to be in line for at least that. He could well play 28 minutes in this game, and that all just screams more. Yeah, just overs for him. So 20.4 PR. This is a nice little disparity. So still playing Obi stuff. I'll put him on the bottom line because I didn't add him yet, and still love Obi, and he should be on the Knicks. But whatever. Obi Toppin over. I'm still playing over 15.5 PR for Obi. All right. So everything that you need is on there on the bottom line. I didn't look at this yet. The over turnovers for SGA. How's he been doing there? And someone wanted to talk about his steals. I just rarely play those things, to be honest. They're just unless I have a really good reason. Turnovers for SGA 2.5, and it's juiced hella. Yeah, I don't know. 2.5 still seems reasonable. I mean, he's still got a pretty nice 50% hit rate in here. So at -130, not really screaming to me something that I want to play. I know the touches are really high and everything, but J-Dub's also eating into that usage a bit. Can't imagine that he's going to have 8 of them again. Like last game was so nasty, so nasty. It's not something I'm probably going to play in this game, but appreciate the look either way. What's a Chet double-double? I mean, I don't trust him on the points more than anything, so it's probably not worth the value of even what the Chet double-double is on that one. Where could we get the double-double? I guess I would be saying like a Pascal, because if you like the rebounds for Pascal, what's his double-double at? You can get to Ozjam shows you that. Let's go player double-double. No, thank you. Thank you, Ozjam. Where is Pascal? Plus 300 on what? It's on Superbet. Superbet. Let's see, plus 280 on FanDuel. Where's 365 at? 365 is also easy money. Plus 260. So plus 280 on FanDuel for the Pascal double-double. It's a far cry from the what was it? Plus 450 in game 1 when we hit it. Game 1, he had 10 boards. I think Pascal is probably still the best value for the double-double because of his ability to get the rebounds on it. I mean, what if we just got silly? He's not gotten close to the 10 boards. Was he at? The most he's had is 7. Yeah. And the rebound chances were 9 to get the 7. No. My bad. Not Obi. It would be Pascal. And then I guess Haliburton on the assists. Because Chet's probably not worth the juice. What is Chet's double-double? Where is it at? It's not going to be worth it. And honestly, the points make it not worth it. That's what I was just reminding myself. No, go back. Chet, my bad. Chet, yeah, plus 110 for the double-double for the Chetster. So that'd be Pascal probably the best value. Chet, most likely. Obviously, he's got the 9.5 prop on his rebounds. And that would probably be the best too. And then I suppose Haliburton, if he surprises us with the dimes, which he's done once in this series. So those would be the two. And actually, no, he has 2 double-doubles because he has 10 boards in the first game, right? So 2 double-doubles for Tyrese in this series. What's he at? I don't think he's getting 10 boards. Possible, though. Plus 425, plus 400, plus 350 on FanDuel. Yeah, plus 400 is nice, but that's on sports bet or whatever. I'm not going to tell you how to play that. Can you go forward again? God damn you. Fat fingered ass. All right. That's where I'm at with the double-doubles. Let me keep rolling through this, though. Keep going for a few more minutes. Yeah. No, Chet's just I don't know, playing like absolute trash. And Dort only plays well at home. So Dort is just, he's keeping the pattern alive for us, honestly. Like we should be thanking him for doing as well as he does at home and as poorly as he does on the road. But yep, with you on the dimes is still a good value play for Pascal. For those of you, I don't have anything for Pascal, but I said the rebounds are my favorite, most likely bet in this game with a lot of misses, right? Bricks coming in game 7, believe that, more so than normal anyway. The total tells us that, just for future for reference, again, like a 215 total in this series, very, very low compared to what it's been. But either way, the point's not what I like for Pascal. Dimes, I get it, but threes or rebounds, really where I'm at. That's what I was saying. And rebounds and assists was a good look for Pascal, 10.5. I think that's a smart way to play it. Colossus brought that up again, but I think that's a smart way to play it. So let's see. Right. I didn't really mention this for Nembhard. So let me get this out there. Where are you at, Nemby? Nemby RA 7.5. I did take the under on that. the involvement in the offense, man, just been so low. He had 6 rebounds and assists in the first half of this game over here where he got 6. He got all those in the first half. And, 7 rebound chances, 7 potential assists. Yeah, if he's going to, even if he's going to get that, which has been high for him in these bunch of games, right? He has not been getting 7 potential rebounds and assists in the same game. So he just took a huge nosedive in terms of his usage and his touches, his involvement in the passing game, in the assist game. He has not been driving. That's a huge part of this. He's like 6th on the team in drives in the finals right now. So everything for the aggression for Nembhard has dropped a bunch. And to give him a little bit of a break, I mean, he's chasing SGA all over the floor for the full 90 feet of the court for the whole game, right? So give him a little bit of a break there, but I do think the under is the way to be playing him on stuff. And he's massively important to this team, so I'm not trying to talk trash either. Plus, he's made me so much money before the finals, so we got nothing but love for Nembhard. I like this question. What happens if the Pacers go zone? Then Alex Caruso becomes even more just like play his PRA because he's going to be out there to break that zone. But I think we actually should be seeing a little bit more iHeart, and then the dimes for iHeart are a look for Hartenstein. So in the games where they've played zone and we've seen him in there at the top of the free throw line, he's lethal from there, right? We know he's lethal, and we know that's where you want to get is below the top 2 defenders in the zone. If you can get into the middle of the floor or you can get it down to the baseline, the 2 most dangerous places for the ball to be when you're playing a zone. So if he's getting the ball in at the free throw line and is able to turn and face the basket, boom, assist for sure. And probably points and assists. And the points are low at 5.5 if he plays 20 minutes and is in there for some zone. So this is a good question because those are the 2 guys that I like to beat the zone for them is Caruso, iHeart. And then also that does make Shai's assists, which you get plus money for, a little bit better too, because he is going to try to either get the ball down on the baseline because he loves getting the ball on the baseline. And if they're going to double him on the baseline, which they will definitely do if they're playing zone and he gets the ball down there, they're doubling him for sure. Or if he can split the defense right up top, if he splits that zone, gets to the free throw line himself, and then either pulls up or gets the assist off of that. So I would not be fading him, but I don't know that it's going to be mixed up, right? So it's not like we can just say Rick Carlisle is going to play zone for most of this game. He's shown that he's not trying to play very much zone against this team more than he is, but he's mixing it up. So we shouldn't necessarily be basing props, I don't think, bets too much on like defensive scheme here for either squad. It's all hands on deck for whatever you need, right? Every play could be a Hail Mary if you need it to be. Every play is coming up on the last play of the season for you. So you just throw everything in the arsenal out at them and see what sticks the best, right? And give them mixed looks to mess with them. So I'm not playing Miles, but I was saying it's fairly priced lines for Miles Turner. I would be leaning to the under and a lot more Obi. But I do have the bet on Obi. That's kind of my fade of Miles in a way, right? And so because Miles's props are low enough, I don't feel that there's value to go to the under on him. And he's been good at times, but last thing too here is like when you say game 7, this is as deep into the playoffs as we could be. And the longer the playoffs go on, the smaller the rotations get, meaning not only the fewer guys play, but more so the size of the players gets a little bit smaller. Miles is not going to bring much when the defense is pressuring the shit out of you, right? So I think he's probably at about 26, 27 minutes should be his projection in this game. And then these lines are a little bit fair to beat more than go under, but I don't like his involvement in this one. And I like guys to miss a lot in this game. Let's see. Okay, thank you. This is what I was talking about too. And then Matthew's got it. Hard Rock. Oh, plus, yeah, I know you're limited in the books you can play, Matthew. I know that's where you're at. And I'm sorry it took me so long to get this. It was like 30 minutes ago. There's a good amount of comments in here, which I'm grateful for y'all. But also, like us, just quick reminder again, give that video a like. This is gonna hopefully help a couple people, who'll be able to watch it. More people liking it makes it go to more people, and then hopefully people will be able to see this. We still got a couple hours till tip. I still got to make nachos, so. But please give the video a like. So yeah, the OT. Where's that plus 17? If DK is still holding this, just Fred. I mean, fuck it, why not? Like, $10 to win 170, right? Whatever you guys want to put on it. Yeah, I know you're limited, bro. That's tough. It's tough. I know a lot of y'all are in that. J Main, I'm glad you made it, fam. Good to have you in here, bro. A regular around for sure. You like? By the way, you like Turner tonight. I mean, bro, he's got the shots, right? Like they're giving him the shots. I can see Miles Turner doing his thing if he's making his shots, because they want him to. Now, part of this too is like he runs the pick and roll with Haliburton, and if Haliburton's not 100% and they're not running as much pick and roll, then his involvement in the offense goes down a bit. He's gonna be guarding Chet. Hasn't been great for rebounds for Miles. Where's he at on the boards? Yeah, these boards are doo-doo. Golly. Who's the better rebounder, Miles or Brook Lopez? That's the question right there. Yes, my boy. So I'm talking about. Yes, this should probably be a play. Not Benedict Mathurin 15 plus. Obi Toppin 15 plus. What's up, Mike? Good to have you in here, bro. Yeah, J-Main's popular in here, fam. Everybody knows J-Main. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, no, I can't be fading Lou Dort though. It's home Lou Dort, so that's where we're at. Oh shit, TJ with the threes attempted. If you can get that prop, yes. And I know Tim's playing some prize picks too where he lives. I mean, Tim's also traveling all the time. He could be anywhere right now, but if he's in Cali, I know he's playing those prize picks. But if he's not, he could be playing whatever. My boy could be at a casino putting these down. The threes attempted for TJ. Has he taken one in every game? I know he's taken them in almost every game. I can't remember if he did last game. Threes, not. I think last game was the first one he didn't. No, 2 games that he has not. Every other game he has. So 4 for 6 on the threes attempted. If you're adding that to the prize picks, hopefully you get like a little bit better odds on that. Or if you can get this on like Bet365 has these nowadays too, right? With the 3-point attempts. So if you can get that, then yeah, I can see it for TJ. He's the one that they're going to leave open. That's for sure. Yelling, you got to guard me after he made the last one. Wiggins over 2.5 threes attempted. See, I'm kind of fading Aaron Wiggins tonight. I almost said Andrew. I'm kind of fading Aaron Wiggins tonight. I think the PRA probably. I was trying to look at my notes real quick. Let me get to Wiggs. I'm probably not even gonna bet on him, to be honest. I hate betting on Aaron Wiggins because I don't know if there's going to be a random game where he gets 22 minutes, and it's probably because he's hitting shots. If he hits some shots, he might get the minutes. If they need the 3-point shooting, he might get the minutes. But I can't envision him getting very many. He's probably more likely to play 10 than he is 20. He's got some games in here with 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 21 spike. 22-minute spike, right? 18-minute spike even, and still went under on the points. And the PRA is 9.5. So it's like boom or bust. Like if you're going to play Aaron Wiggins, I think you just go boom. Honestly, like you go like, nah, Aaron Wiggins is going to get big minutes and he's going to get another, 15 points or at least 10 points or whatever. You just go boom or bust. This is what we're talking about. There's a wide range of outcomes for Aaron Wiggins. He could play 8 minutes. He could play 22 minutes. So why would I play his core line? Because if he plays 8 minutes, he's definitely going under. If he plays 22 minutes, he's almost definitely going way over, right? Those are the most 2 likely outcomes, is way under or way over. So I'd rather just go way over. If I'm going to play Aaron Wiggins and be like, nope, all right, he's playing 18, 20 minutes. I think he's going to get 10 points. I'll combine it with 2 rebounds and 2 dimes or 1 dime or whatever. But just go big at that point because the range of outcomes, again, the range of outcomes is so wide. So that's where I'd be going with Wiggins. If I was going to bet him, it'd just be like, fuck it, 15 plus points or at least 10 plus, at least on that. So, Chet, if you're getting plus 110, that was one of the odds. I like the double-double. Let's see. Yeah, right. Scott, we just don't know which way he's going to neutralize Ship. He's going to piss us off. Of that, we can be sure. Scott Foster is going to upset somebody tonight. Honestly, though, refs have not been doing that bad of a job. Yes, sir. Make sure you check the bottom line. I probably put this up after you asked. This was 30 minutes ago, so I'm not going to scold you. Let me try to get to some. I'm going to have to miss a few bets so I can just try to get down a little bit more current here. My boy's back talking about the 25 legger. Love you for it, Smurf Toe. Send that my way. I would love to see it. If anybody knows what's up, help your boy Jason out. I don't know who's currently rocking the best new user bonus, but there's probably some like NBA Finals specific ones too. So, Chris, not necessarily, man. Do I think about Siakam blocks? I would have to take a look at it. I rarely ever play blocks, but this isn't one that is calling to me right off the bat. He probably has one in a couple games, right? Let's look at the blocks. Oh, he has one in every game. You want to play hit rate, bro? Like, yeah, minus 130. So this is what? Like, this is probably plus 200 in this game, plus 150, plus 150, plus 110, even money, and then now minus 130 in this game. But you're getting the tail end of it. I imagine this is a lot better price just a few games ago. So, Ooh, another great question. Who's a better rebounder, Turner, Triple J, or Brook Lopez? Who's the better? I might be giving it to Brook. I'll tell you who it's not. It's not Triple J. I think Triple J is at the bottom of that list, bro. I think it has to be Miles Turner, bet more than Triple J. Just not good at it. Just doesn't care about it. I don't know. Problematic. What's up, family? What do you have? You have under on SGA PRA, under on Turner points, under on Chet assists. Love it. Yeah, that's right. I remember you shared that ticket. Love that. Yeah, consistently love that. The unders are good looks tonight for sure, on the points especially. So I don't think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna lose. I don't know if it's gonna be by 8 points, but I would be betting on, even with the spread, I would be taking the points, or I would be buying the points. So I'd be betting minus 6.5, minus 7. Yeah, I don't have it in me to take it, especially because at the end of the game, they're just gonna be like in fuck it mode. Like, it's just foul, 3-3-3 until they're truly done with. It could be that type of thing where it's like it's a 4-point game with a minute left, and it ends up being a 9-point game because they just foul and missed all their threes. So I don't really want to get myself in that situation. I'd be taking the points. I'd be buying the points, I should say. So another back to the look. But also, yeah, if you are going to bet, so I guess a better way to say this is what you're doing here. If you're doing the money line, by the way, Kari, like, I'll be playing the money line. Just play the juice at that, the value and the odds at that point. Cause like I said, like, I could easily see this ending 9 points, or if they're closer than that and they got it, then just might as well have like a 2-to-1 ticket. What's the plus 225, have a 2-to-1 ticket for them to win the whole thing at that point. So, all right, let's see. Yeah. I think if you're talking about the points here, or the total, like, I would be going under before I went over too. Like, you're about to see everything tighten up. I remember I was at the 2016 finals, the one where LeBron blocked Iggy. I was covering that game, and there was 5 minutes where nobody made a shot. Iggy's layup that got blocked was about to be the first bucket in 5.5 minutes in the fourth quarter. So again, I think under 52.5 points in the fourth quarter might just be a good bet right now. And I know you can play that on DraftKings. If you can get that bet, will they look at this for me? Main markets, first quarter. Let's see, money line, first quarter money. No, let's do totals, total markets. Can we get fourth quarter? Yes. Oh, is it just even odds? No, I don't want odd even. I want total. But it's 52.5 here. Like, I'd be going, I think under fourth quarter total is a bet I'm about to play. Because that's where I think it's just about to get super tight. Yo, if he gets 17 minutes and 8 points, I'm coming for you, Derek. I'm coming for you. That would be right in between everything I just said. But that's why you just brought it up. You get that jinx out the way. I appreciate that. That was smart. I know you got my back, Derek. Shiesty. Yeah, hopefully people are answering this for you, Jason. If anybody knows, I could be looking at it too, but I'm kind of lazy right now, to be honest. I'm not gonna look at that. If anybody does have that, there's probably some good ones tonight. And if Scott Foster ain't reffing, my bad. Who was the reffing crew? I actually saw Mike post about it. Hold up. Appreciate that, Mike. By the way, if you're in here, love that you post the refs. It is James Capers, Josh Tiven, Sean Wright, and James Williams. I only know James Capers. David Guthrie on replay for those who are interested. Mike with the info, fam. Yeah, so no Scott Foster tonight. If Scott Foster was there, I'm sure we'd all be mad at him. But thank you for correcting me, everybody, when I was just going off and assuming that somebody talking about Scott Foster was right. I didn't even look at it. All right, let's see. No, I wouldn't be taking the under threes attempted. They're leaving him open on, that's one of the only dudes they are leaving open, because they are doubling SGA a little bit more now, by the way. So yeah, the threes end up being there for Chet, the Chetster, and 3. Yeah, I mean, I guess 4 seems a little bit high. But let me see. Oh yeah, that's true. I should have just answered you with that too. If you want to check them out, man, there's a lot. Like if you want to get multiple books, Jason, you can also check out the description of this video. It's got links to all my sportsbook partners and affiliations, so you can just get all I got a code for like almost every one. So you check out the link of the description of the video. That's where you get all the links. But yeah, you can also just, it is a Google search. You could also just easily Google search and everyone's just going to come up for you. That's current, or just make sure you write current, whatever. Right. So let's see. Yeah, that's the other thing. I think if I was doing, I should be doing this. I should be getting the plus 225 on this Pacers team because I have two different futures on the Thunder to win it. Oh, I bet this the day after the Celtics series last year. I took them 10-1 or 11-1 was my first one. The second one was 6-1. So if you have a good ticket for the Thunder to win, plus 225 for the Pacers, nice hedge. You obviously eats into your profit if they don't win, but you also don't lose any money if you bet on them. But all right, anyway, yeah, we got this down for sure. That was what I was actually scared of, that fact, Mike. It kind of like sketched me out. I was like, this is so weird that it just went up to plus 140 when you have this has a wagon for the first quarter for J-Dub on the board. So yeah, that almost sketched me out that the books did that. But I said I think he's playing 10 minutes again in the first quarter. So still like that. All that stuff is on the bottom line for everybody too. So make sure you check that out. The one more that I was going to look at because somebody brought it up was the RA for Caruso to the under. I'm staying away from Caruso in general, but that was a really good look last game, and he didn't even come close to it. But now that they're at home in this, like a game that's game 7, I got to imagine Caruso is playing a ton in this game. Another reason I love that Cason Wallace under assist look from JT right at the top of the video. My boy came through. Appreciate you, JT. The Cason Wallace under based on Caruso playing a lot more. I think Dort can stay out there too. Those would be the guys that seem more likely to play, especially Caruso, as we know, right? So, all right, I got a dip. I'm going to try to get a couple more WNBA bets down for this later game. If anybody has any of those, let me just pull it up real quick since I'm on Props Madness, which is the GOAT. Yeah, so now that Sabrina's out, damn, yeah. And now this Natasha Cloud shit is all the way at 20. I took the under on the PR, and I got this at 12.5. Ugh, the Sabrina news came out of nowhere, dude. What is that about? I do have a Gabby bet, and I do have a Natasha bet. So I took under on Natasha, and I took over on Gabby because for those of y'all that don't know, this is my queen right here. I mean, Jesus, she's good, first of all. Good looking, good. I took the PRA. If you're still, I mean, I would still take 22.5. I got 21.5, but I would still be playing this. Like I've been saying, like this is going to get up to 24.5 at some point when this woman starts getting her respect. And then we're all going to wish that we were betting the 21.5, 22.5 PRA for Gabby. For those of y'all looking for the W bet there. And then now we're only getting, because Jonquel and Sabrina are out. So now we're going to get 2 fucking props for the Liberty because the books are cowards. If you're in here, you are cowards. 2 props. 2 people have props right now. Anyway, so that's all I got right there for right now. We're not even getting Ezzy McBeggar bets now because Ezzy played 19 minutes last game and the books don't know what to do with her. We took unders. I'm going right back to all the Ezzy unders, but we can't get it because the books are pussies. So in this, I haven't looked at this one yet. This is the game I do still need to break down. I do think I like some Veronica Burton though in this game, and I can't get 10.5 anymore. I can't get 11.5. I probably still play that, and I probably play over on like everything for VB in this game. They're gonna be without a lot of people, so it's her and Kayla. Yeah, but then they're playing bench players too. All right, that's it for now. That's gonna cut it for the games tonight, man, and for the NBA this season. So appreciate everybody following along. You know we're coming back next year. Gonna have NFL stuff start coming out. I'm gonna be doing NBA draft stuff in the VIP as well. Still have the season pass. So the link in the description of this video takes you right to the WAP page if you want to check out the VIP Discord. Make sure you're getting all the bets that I'm getting in and all that stuff. Got a lot of other stuff in the VIP too. Got one-on-one meetings this summer for anybody who wants to have some sports betting consultations. Got that available for you. And then, like I said, my picks, got the MLB picks. Buddy, Jesus Christ, Buddy's up like 120 units in MLB right now, betting a lot of bets every day. So for any of y'all that want that good stuff, we got some VIP cappers in there as well. But again, appreciate everybody this year, man. It was a great, awesome, fun NBA season. Not done yet, so good luck tonight. Until I see you next for the W, happy betting.